Thinking about buying your first home in Livermore, California? Hold on. Before you do anything else, watch this video. Today I'm sharing the top 3 mistakes first-time homebuyers make when buying in Livermore, so you don't make the same mistakes too. Let's talk about mistake number 1, not knowing the real cost of homes in Livermore. A lot of first-time buyers get excited about finding a new home. They look online, see beautiful homes, and start dreaming about moving in. But then comes the surprise. Homes in Livermore cost a lot. Right now, the typical home costs around $1.3 million. That number can feel huge, especially if you're coming from somewhere else less expensive like Tracy or Stockton. And here's something else more important, the monthly payment. Let's break down what that $1.3 million price means every month. If you put 20% down, that's $260,000 as your down payment. Your monthly payment includes the loan, taxes, and insurance. That payment is going to be around $8,000 to $9,000 per month. Yes, every single month. A lot of buyers don't realize it costs that much until they're already fallen in love with a home. Then they feel disappointed because the home they love is too expensive. You might find smaller homes like condos or townhomes for a bit less money, maybe starting around $800,000. But if you're dreaming of a home with a yard in a good neighborhood, you'll probably need to plan on about $1.3 million. So how do you make sure you don't fall into this trap? Here's what you need to do. Get fully pre-approved before you start looking at homes. Getting pre-approved means a lender, someone like me, will carefully look at how much money you make, how much you owe in debt, and how much you have saved. Then I can tell you exactly what you can afford. This way you don't waste time looking at homes you can't afford. Instead, you'll shop smarter. You'll look at homes that match your budget, so when you find the right one, you can buy it without worry. Getting pre-approved also helps you understand clearly what your monthly mortgage payment will be, so there's no surprises. The bottom line is simple. Livermore is expensive, but if you plan ahead and get pre-approved, you can find the right home for you and your family without stress or disappointment. So don't guess, know your real numbers. It makes the whole home buying process easier and more fun. Let's move on to mistake number 2, forgetting about extra costs. When you buy a home, your monthly mortgage payment is not your only cost. Lots of first-time buyers miss this part. They think about the monthly house payment, but they don't think about other bills that come with owning a home. Let's talk about what those extra costs really are. First up is property taxes. Property taxes are fees you pay each year to the city. In Livermore, property taxes are around 1.25% of your home's price. That might sound small, but for a $1.3 million home, it adds up fast. It's actually more than $16,000 each year. That's more than $1,300 every month just for taxes. Next, you have closing costs. These are extra fees you pay when you officially buy the home. Closing costs include things like loan fees, escrow fees, and title fees. Closing costs can be anywhere from 2 to 5% of your home's price. For a home costing $1.3 million, that means you could pay another $30,000 to $65,000 before you get your keys. Then there's homeowner's insurance. You need this to protect your home. Insurance could cost anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 each year. That's another few $100s each month that people sometimes forget about. And don't forget maintenance and other repairs. Homes, especially the older ones, need work sometimes. Maybe the water heater breaks or your roof needs fixing. Maybe the air conditioning stops working in the summer. You might need landscaping, yard work, or new appliances like a fridge or a stove. All these things cost money, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you don't plan for these extra costs, you might feel stressed when you get those bills. No one likes surprises, especially expensive ones. So here's how you can avoid making these mistakes. Plan ahead. When you look at how much you can afford, make sure you include all these extra costs. Think of your home budget like this: monthly mortgage payment, property taxes, insurance, repairs, and maintenance. Closing costs. When you know all these costs up front, you won't feel surprised or stressed later on. Instead, you'll feel happy and comfortable in your new home. Bottom line, be prepared. Know about these extra costs ahead of time, and your home buying experience will be so much better. Now, let's talk about mistake number 3, waiting for the perfect time to buy. Lots of first-time home buyers think the same thing. They think, if I just wait a little longer, prices will go down, or maybe interest rates will settle suddenly get much better. But I'm going to tell you the truth. That doesn't usually happen, especially here in Livermore. Here's why. Livermore is very popular. Families want to move here because it's safe, friendly, and it has great schools. It's also close to jobs and fun things to do. Because so many people love Livermore, home prices tend to stay high. When you wait too long, two things can happen. First, prices go even higher. That means the same home could cost more money later on. For example, a $1.3 million home right now can cost even more next year. That means waiting could cost you extra money every month. Second, someone else could buy your dream home while you're waiting. Homes here sell fast. If you see a home you love, chances are other buyers love it too. If you wait around, other families might buy that home first. Then you'll have to keep searching and you might feel disappointed. Here's something else important to remember. If you buy a home right now and interest rates get lower later on, you can refinance. Refinancing just means you get a new loan at a lower interest rate. That makes your monthly payments smaller. Lots of people do this, so you don't need to worry too much about rates. Rates change all the time, but good homes don't stay on the market for long. So what should you do instead? First, think about your family and your life. Are you tired of renting or paying money to a landlord every month? Do you want your kids to have their own rooms or a big backyard? If your answer is yes, then it might be the right time for you now, not next year or in 2 years from now. Second, talk to a local mortgage broker like me to find out exactly what you can afford. Then you know your numbers, you'll feel confident and ready to make a smart choice. Bottom line, don't miss out on the home you really love just because you're trying to wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is when you find the right home at the right price and the right monthly payment for you and your family. Be ready so when you find the perfect home, you can move quickly and make it yours. Here's an extra tip that can really help you. Stay flexible when you make your offer. Buying a home in Livermore can be tough. Why? Because there are lots of other people trying to buy the same home. This means sellers often get many offers at once. But guess what? Offering the most money isn't always the only way to win. Sometimes sellers pick an offer because it makes their life easier. So how can you do this? Here are some smart ways to stay flexible. Close faster. Many sellers want to finish the sale quickly. Maybe they got a new job and need to move soon. If you offer to close in 3 or 4 weeks instead of 6 weeks, that can make your offer stand out. Fewer contingencies. You ask, what are contingencies? It's like a rule that says, I'll buy this home, but only if. Sometimes buyers add lots of rules. They have to sell their old home first. They want lots of inspections. These extra rules can make sellers nervous. If you have fewer rules, the seller feels safer choosing your offer. Give the seller more time to move. Some sellers need extra time to move out. Maybe their new home isn't quite ready yet. If you say, hey, I'll let you stay in your home for an extra 2 weeks after close, the seller might love that. It gives them peace of mind. Offer rent back. A rent back is when you let the seller stay in the home for a short period of time after you buy it. They pay you rent during this time. Sellers really like this because it helps them feel less rushed. Be willing to work around their schedule. Ask your real estate agent to find out what matters most to the seller. Maybe they care a lot about the closing date or want fewer inspections. If you know what they need, you can write your offer in a way that gives them exactly that. Remember, in a busy market like Livermore, flexibility can be your secret weapon. Let's quickly go over these 3 big mistakes first-time homebuyers make when buying a home in Livermore. Pay close attention because avoiding these mistakes can save you money, stress, and time. Number 1, not knowing how much homes really cost. Remember, the average home in Livermore is around $1.3 million. That's a big number. Your monthly payment could be around $8,000 to $9,000 a month. Get fully pre-approved first so you know exactly what you can afford. This way you don't waste time looking at homes you can't buy. Number 2, forgetting about extra costs. Buying a home means more than just paying your mortgage. You also have property taxes, which could be over $16,000 a year on a $1.3 million home, plus closing costs could add another $30,000 to $65,000 more when you buy a home. And don't forget insurance, repairs, and upkeep. Add all these extra costs into into your budget now so there won't be any surprises later on. Number 3, waiting for the perfect time to buy. Lots of buyers wait, hoping prices or interest rates will go down, but Livermore homes stay popular. Prices usually don't drop much. Waiting could cost you your dream home or mean that you pay even more later on. Remember, if rates go down later, you can always refinance that loan. If you find a home you love, don't wait too long. And remember our bonus tip, stay flexible with your offer. Sellers don't always pick the highest offer. Sometimes they pick the offer that makes life easiest for them. Being flexible, like letting the seller stay a little longer, closing faster, or having fewer rules can help you win the home, even if your offer isn't the highest price. There you have it, the top mistakes to avoid when buying a home in Livermore. If you have any questions or if you're ready to buy in Livermore, call or text today. I'll walk you through exactly what you can afford and help you get fully pre-approved. If this video was helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss my future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.